Welcome back. It has been an exciting week. The dog situated. It's good to see you. So, if you remember correctly, we stumbled upon something uh, last time heading towards Far Harbor. I found what was called the Quick Test Cell. Um, I had no idea what this was. It turns out it's part of the Bunkers Creation Club edition. There's an entire side quest line, and apparently, if you do the whole thing, there is even a golden deliverer. Why am I so blurry? Cameras. Okay. Anyway, so we left off in the quick test cell. Had no idea that even existed. It's just this little cave as you work your way. I'm sure if there's a quest, you'll find it. Um, so that is where I ended up saving. Is right here. There's a bed. It was perfect. So we should be just south of the Nakano residence, if memory serves. Um, on a bit of a personal note, if you've been following any of my work outside of the nonsense and the playing games and the goofing off, um, I'm working very hard on a video game myself. It's called War's End. I just got the Patreon up and running. There's nothing on there yet, so don't worry about any of that. There will be, though. First thing I'm going to do is get the world map and the basic lore for the game written and ready to go. So we're going to start the lore for the Patreon account around the introduction of magic into the realm, which I know that doesn't make a lot of sense because you've no idea what I'm talking about, but it will. It will make a lot more sense. Um, so for a little bit of backstory, the game that I'm making, hey, free bottle caps, is it's an adaptation of a D&D campaign that I always wanted to run, but I didn't really have any friends I could play D&D with, so I never really got a chance to. Um, that said, it was a really good story. I really liked where I was going with it. So, regardless of being able to turn it into an actual campaign, I am going to readapt it and I'm going to get the story out there. Um, some of the things that I've always had issues with in some of the other fantasy worlds. The suspension of belief, even for things that are relatively intrinsic into the world, always bothered me. Like, if you go into a D&D campaign, one of the things that you just have to accept is that magic is there. Magic is just there. Always has been, always will be. Nothing you can do about it. Oh, I'm infected. Hmm. Uh-oh. So, when I went ahead and made this world, and this story takes place on an isolated continent called Siren. Oh. But there is actual canonical reasons for magic to exist in this world. And because of that, it required a lot of backstory, which I have, for the most part. Is he stuck out there? Yeah, it's not doing a lot of damage, huh? I'm gonna just move on. Good luck with that, Sentinel. But yeah, once I get the map finished, which is a lot easier than it probably sounds. I had buried deep in my external hard drive some old CC0 map assets that I just kind of retextured, fixed the color up a little bit, and what is out here? And I've been slowly piecing together the lay of the land. That way, you'll be able to see what Siren looks like, where the towns are, and why some of these things have eventually become so important to the way that this story is going to unfold. Free save. I'm about halfway through the first story, and when I say story, when I originally wrote this, these were going to be individual books. Ah, there we are, the Nakano residence. Now, if I understand the way that the DLC is actually put together, you don't have to get sent here by Nick Valentine. You should just be able to walk up and start the dialogue. I've never done it this way, so I have no idea if the dialogue is different. We're going to find out right now. Because normally I was sent here from Ellie. The Valentine Detective Agency has old files on the Nakano case, and you head up there as a side quest.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she?
Yeah, so it's proximity based, which is cool. So I don't actually need to save Nick Valentine in order to do this, which is great, because I don't think I can save Nick Valentine.
Raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, but we don't have time for visitors or caravans or wherever you're from.
Wherever you're from.
A good Samaritan? Fine.
A good Samaritan. We're a good Samaritan.
My daughter is missing. It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No, she would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
Let's talk money. Investigations for the missing Archie.
I am not going to bother over my daughter's life. Your fee is going to be 300 caps. Take it or leave it.
Sold.
I'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you have any more questions about her, just ask.
Well, Mr. Nakano, I'm going to go ahead and park my armor right here, and we'll get started.
Hello? Captain? Project Log. Holiday Slayer. Managed to strip out the parts for this thing and make something that's easier to reverse. Granddad always said you need to make a record when you start something
Not gonna rob the Nakano's blind. That's just the side door. Here we go.
Project log, lamp. Yep, it says lamp. Filament plus power equals light.
Filament plus power equals
My
light.
parents write these things just to keep me busy.
Okay. Probably nothing in the parents' bedroom. Some ammo. A lot of ammo. I don't think you guys need that ammo. Anything in the bathroom? No. And Kasumi's room. The radio.
Project log, radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be, let's go with Ohm's law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
We'll have circuitry in common. I know the writing for Fallout gets a lot of critiques. We'll say critiques. But would you ever consider yourself to have circuitry in common with anyone? Why does this girl have bullets?
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up. I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity in the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have
That
to
almost
be
looks like a
afraid.
piece of power armor. Hmm. Ray?
Mrs. Nakano, I suppose you have questions about my daughter. You and your husband don't seem to
I
agree
hate that the
about
backpack
why you're
doesn't
out
really
now.
sit on the
We both want to find her.
classic
This is a
Bethesda.
place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. I'd shed a light on where she's going.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Then we're back.
No, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to distract you, Detective.
With almost zero charisma.
Do nothing else right now.
I'm still gonna try the persuasion attempts.
Mr. Nakano,
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Why did your daughter really leave? Your wife said she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers?
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Ray. Why would
What's
she
wrong,
just
big guy?
leave her family with no explanation?
You wanna come say hi?
Someone
Come here.
tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we
Come
thought
on.
looking for my daughter. Her life is
This is Max. Ain't he cute?
Tell me more about this radio.
You need
I
out?
tried to get that damn thing
Yeah.
to work over and over
I don't know if you can see see, that's Sai Sai, by the way.
She just wanted these physical parts or build a torso out of it or something. She used to be
Cyborg Santiago on Instagram. You gotta tell people your Instagram. You gotta tell them. If they don't, they won't know how to find you.
psychopath like my daughter.
He has a calendar, so he got a little famous for a little while. So yeah, this is my Sai Sai. Okay, I'm coming.
Anything more you could tell me about Kasumi? The skills detail.
No, but I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous his world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Thank you, boys.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
Now, I remember that there's something in the boathouse. Yeah, like I was saying, if you have any interest in supporting the channel or the game series, the Patreon is up. I will have a lot more content on there as time goes on. I'm going to do each individual segment of my lore as a full written story, sort of like an episodical release. Ideally, if I could animate better, I would release them as actual episodes. The plan in the future, once I have the game actually built, is to start making some of these characters as NPCs and put them into their own little environment and act out these scenes within the game engine. So there will be episodes of all of this lore in the future. Grandfather's note. Picture where the key is. Picture where the key is. Where the key is. Picture where the key is. Is it in here? No. Picture where the key is.
Project Log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but God, my eyes hurt. The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal from up north. There's a group of people out there. They say they're all synths, synthetic people, made by the Institute. They are trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams.
Did I just grab stim packs instead of purified water? Sometimes I don't even pay attention to what I'm actually doing. Let's put 20 of those back. So Kasumi went to Acadia.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter's human?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
Your daughter made contact with a group of Synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a Sith. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Are you sure she's human, Mrs. Nagano?
Yes, I know my daughter, and she hasn't changed. She's not some replacement.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisted my daughter's mind. Did you find where Kasumi went, Detective?
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. You have to go after her. Take that other ship on the dock outside. My father's beside it. It has a guidance system, and it is built for distance.
A magic boat ride?
Will there be sea monsters?
Now I know the seas aren't exactly safe. I am confident the boat can get you there unharmed. At least, I hope. Before you go, here's the payment we discussed. I'll have something more when Kasumi is safely back home.
Tell the railroad about the synths. I don't think I'm gonna tell the railroad. At least not right now. I'm not gonna deal with Acadia for a while. We're gonna find its location and then probably just follow that old man. First things first, I absolutely am going to need a settlement when I get there. Otherwise, this all just falls apart. I don't know how much longer I can actually survive.
Find Kasumi. Please.
Oh, sorry about your lamp. Oh. We missed one.
Project log, radiation beam television. Mom says these things actually used to broadcast pictures and sound effects for Core. She also mentioned that some of the ruins of the television studios are still around if you head to the city.
Here we go. Aw. Goodbye, Sentinel Power Armor. On to our magic boat ride. Oh, welcome back.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
Weapons are what's gonna win us back our island. We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us being
The desire to send Alan over the dock is so high.
all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
I need information about a Sith refuge on this island.
Ah, another Commonwealth traveler looking for Acadia then.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall near the main gate. The hull never lets us down. Now follow me!
Well, if the hull doesn't let you down, then why do I have to do it?
If you do, we might not be able to rescue you in time.
Don't fall off, she says.
Man the fog! Something's out there!
You sure you saw something?
This ain't a drill!
What the hell?
Eyes peeled, everyone!
The gate! Open the gate! I'm not wounded out here!
There's no time.
Look to the fog! They're coming!
Helpers! Defend yourselves!
Okay. Well, at least Far Harbor starts with a lot of free experience.
It's over. Yeah.
Eyes on the fog. Something's coming. As if we haven't had enough. Here. Open the gate.
Okay. Look at that. Doesn't look like we even lost anybody. Oh, I spoke too soon. Survivor. Poorly named. Huh. Let's talk to Avery.
Avery. And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. For your help when we needed it. You deserve this.
Lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been here forever. There are good years when it recedes and the island's almost normal. Then there are times when it spreads all over. People have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, Far Harbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's radioactive, right? But there are pockets of it, the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem. Things live in the fog, thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
Children of Adam.
Make it.
Before the rat eaters came, the fog was under control.
Rat
They come,
eaters.
and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden a stranger with all this nonsense.
What's the deal with the children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam, which is radiation. Yes? If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hawkhead menace named Alan Lee.
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Adam would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law, just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not. There's not one bit of evidence.
Geiger counters don't lie, Avery. The fog's gotten more lethal year over year. And now the fog's covering the whole island. Only after the children came.
You know as well as I do that's happened before. Sure, people have theories that children are involved, but no one, and I mean no one, has proof.
Back to business.
Get back to business.
Sorry for all that. You're headed for Acadia, right? Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
What's old Longfellow's story?
He's the best hunter on the island. Fearless. Some say crazy. If someone needs to get to Acadia, he's the only one that'll do it. But people around here are known for being stubborn, willful, and other less flattering things. But Longfellow's got a reputation even among us.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
And then she runs away. Alright. So, for anyone in the future playing survival, I'm actually just gonna park this right here. The last plank is not only where Longfellow is, but you should be able to rent a room. Let's listen to Mitch.
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Bartender's on a soapbox.
Shut your mouths, open your damn ears. So the fogs are coming for us all. I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house.
Mitch seems like a fun guy.
Here's to Mitch.
Hi.
Mainlander, today's your lucky day. Free beer for you.
Do you give away free drinks often?
A fully stocked bar ain't no use to a corpse, is it? Ha!
Thanks for the free drink.
Look at you with all your mainland niceties. So, drink up. Stay here over long and the fog will claim you. Might as well meet her with a belly full of fire, eh?
I'd like to rent a room.
It's up the stairs.
You don't like the service, there's the door.
And let's just go ahead and rack out for a full day. You okay there? Sentinel power armor? Come crashing through the ceiling?
What are you looking at? The fog's poison on account of the
Okay.
children of Adam.
You want a bite? Either make sure I can take your order.
Lost my home.
Let's start with this one.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
They give me the scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty, I'm done leaving people to their deaths in the fog. The last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk right there. Call themselves synths. Seems to me they just want to be left alone, live their life in peace. They've done some good turns for us islanders. The fog condensers, most especially, wouldn't even be a Far Harbor record without those.
What's a fog condenser?
The condensers are a tricky bit of science. They keep the fog away. Powered by the wind farm, the synth fellows got up and running. Us islanders don't particularly like being obligated to them. But there you have it.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
The runaway's name is Kasumi. You know about her?
Sounds like Captain Avery's been running her mouth again. She should know better than to stick her nose where it's not wanted. Maybe I heard her. Maybe not.
Trust me, I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
If that's the way you choose to live, that's your affair. Listen, if you're dead set on this foolishness, get me a bottle of whiskey for bartender Mitch. Until then, we're done.
Okay, so the old man works for booze.
Sober, Ramias Nation. I can fix that.
What do you have?
Now that's what I like to hear. Ha!
Let's just grab all three.
You got my whiskey yet?
Here you go.
Ah, now you're talking. I can get you to Acadia, but you got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad-X and the like, and then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me.
Earns the belly, but gets the job done.
Bingo.
Map markers. Cliff's Edge. Oceanarium. Eden Meadows Cinemas. Echo Lake. Oh, what's this? Rayburn Point. Southwest Harbor. Cranberry Island Bog. Brooks Head Lighthouse. Old Pond House. MS Azalea. Okay. Now, he's not joking about the Rad-X and the Radaway stuff, so...
Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit of a hike.
Welcome to the big shop. Well, if you need any odds and ends, I'm your man.
Let's trade.
Happily.
Free jerky? That feels better. Hop in my ride. Exercise my right to bear arms. Now, let's catch up with that old man.
You ain't on. You went along for this bit. I guess. We need to move through here. Old mountain trails for a whirl. Fog ain't like nothing you've seen coming. Mainlanders think a place right away is all you need. Tracks, fresh ones. Travelers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your down if you won't live.
That is a guy, right? Right there. Well,
What was that?
it's a good question.
You're dead. We ain't alone here.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
I'll be bringing a toast to your corn. Disappear.
Oh, it's legendary. It's not bad. Can't really wear armor with this build though.
Get you all turned around. There's something in your brain. Scrappers will need to begin with.
Fog Ghoul.
Game trails crisscross the road. Don't be surprised if we got locals watching.
Well.
What's next? You like them puppies? We throw everything extreme at 'em.
I see that.
Still got a ways to go. They usually stick to the deep fog. Unless we steer clear. But you never know.
So, I'm not proud about this, but I kind of like Longfellow.
Go higher than you'll need. Whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled.
I would probably date him.
Remember all that has happened before.
You tell me your stories, Daddy. It's fine.
What was that?
Getting warmed up here.
Hmm. Uh,
Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. Small gulpers, like the ones in these parts, fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them.
well, now I want to see a mature gulper. You hear my dogs?
Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rat worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am
Is she wearing a
truly
colander on her
How
chest?
about bullets? Faith shield you against those too? One of them children of Adam preachers started off as beasts. Now they're more like monks.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You, I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes, beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell me. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog.
She looks like she's barely with us.
Claim for his children, and you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
Okay. Sign me up.
Excellent. Head to the nucleus. There, Adam's plans for you will be revealed.
You're done wasting time with a fanatic. Let's move on.
Yeah, they are fanatics.
A bit.
But I heard a rumor, Longfellow,
The air's clean.
that they have a really, really powerful weapon.
Far now.
And here we are. Acadia.
Excuse me.
And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. A good place to tune up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
You should come with me. I can still use your help.
All right. Why the hell not? Beats drinking alone.
So I think the best choice of action at this point would be to dismiss Longfellow to his cabin and walk with him there. First things first. Can't get that. Gun nut 3. Science 3. I'll do this first. Fusion cores last twice as long. So,
What?
Hi.
I'm listening.
It's time for us to part ways.
Come find me if you need me again, and I'll be ready. Might even be sober, too. Whiskey's running low. Better find some more, and soon.
alright.
We heading out?
So he will be there. I don't really think I need him to walk with me. See you at the house, Daddy. And let's make our way to Longfellow's cabin. I wonder what that means. Fusion cores can be ejected from power armor like powerful grenades. We'll wait till we get somewhere safe before we start screwing with that. I feel like I'm gonna blow myself up almost immediately, and it's how most of these runs, every permadeath run would end exactly like that. Oh, that's probably not the best choice. See how easy it is to get turned around? He wasn't joking. Let's just go straight there and see what happens. The power armor should protect me from most of the rads. Perfect. How do you get out there? Do you have to swim? looks that way. What is that? I'm glad those aren't here. What is this? A log bridge? There we go. Longfellow's cabin. I've never been here before. He has his own fog condensers. A latrine. Oh, hey, look at that. He sings. Aww. There we go. Alright. Made it all the way to Far Harbor. We have our first settlement set up. Well, bed, anyway. So I'm gonna work out a design for Longfellow's cabin. And I'll start working my way through that. In the meantime, like I said, if you want to support me in any way, Patreon is up. I think that's it. We'll just see you next week.